Welcome back to Mainstream PC, everyone. My name is Julian, and in this video I will be talking a little bit about the performance of my latest build, which is my Dark Horse build, as I titled it, my monthly build for July 2020. If you haven't seen that video, you might want to check it out up here. I'll put it in the card. But essentially, the build, let me run you by the core specs, is consistent of an R5 3500 AMD Ryzen processor. So a 6-core, 6-thread CPU, has 16 gigabytes of memory running at 3600 megahertz speed with a CAS latency of 18, and it's got a 1660 Super GPU in it. And essentially what this machine was meant to deliver is an enjoyable 1080p gaming experience with modern titles running in excess of 60 frames per second on highest or high settings or presets, and delivering over 240 frames for esports titles. If you really want those Twitch shooters and have a panel or a monitor that can support it, you want to be able to deliver those frames. And I believe I've achieved it. I'm not surprised. I kind of knew the hardware I was getting and what kind of performance I was going to look at. Let me just give you a little overview. I'm not running the Ryzen 5 3500 at stock. I have it overclocked to 4.2 gigahertz in the machine with a voltage of just 1.2125 volts, I believe. Hardware info reports it as 1.18. I'm not sure which one is correct, the motherboard or the monitoring software, but it's running at a relatively low voltage but stable, so that's fantastic, which really helps the Rave Stealth cooler, which is just a stock cooler, to manage that heat that is being generated because at 4.2 gigahertz. Because as soon as you pump up the voltage to stock, it would not be able to do a 4.2 gigahertz all-core without almost cooking itself. So I had it running on an IDA 64 stress test for half an hour, and the peak temperature that I reached was 86 degrees on the CPU. So I'm quite happy with that. That was CPU, FPU, and cache stress test at the same time. It should not, or it does not reach anywhere near those temperatures in games, obviously, because most games don't really utilize that many cores, at least not 100%. The GPU is a much more limiting factor in this case. The GPU I also overclocked in MSI Afterburner by 75 MHz on the core and 500 MHz on the memory, which has the GPU running at about 1990 megahertz to 2.01 gigahertz essentially in games, and the memory is running at 7500 megahertz. 7000 is the default. The memory overclock makes a big difference. My fire score strike was 14,890, which is around the number I expected, and I went to check where does it stack up against other people who might have built with similar setups. Very few 3500s out there being used because it's CPU limited to a certain region, but it turns out of the 1660 Supers, normal version, and TIs running with a 3500, I have the highest fire score strike in the online database with my setup, so I was quite happy. It seems to be doing okay in comparison to others. It's even outperforming or has higher fire score strikes than people with 1660 Ti's, which goes to show. In my initial video in the intro, I said that I've seen people with 1660 Super overclocks outperforming 1660 Ti overclocks, and this is exactly what's happening here. I saw some people also being able to overclock their 3500 to 4.3 gigahertz, some even 4.4 gigahertz in that online database. But obviously I'm not using an aftermarket cooler, so that is pretty much not possible. I don't think I'll be not really stable at 4.3 gigahertz with that voltage. So it is what it is. With that being said, I believe I can't express the performance with words any more than I already have. Please enjoy the benchmarks. I don't want to babble on. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, and subscribe. It would help me out a lot. And I hope you enjoy the benchmarks, and see you next time. Cheers.
This is a restricted area.
Just walk away, Mistios. You shouldn't be here. Don't get between me and my gun, heretic! Blessed be the bandits!
I'm out!
Don't get between me and my gun, heretic!
hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here? Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight. Hello? Hey, excuse me.
You're good. You're good. You're good. And stop. Y'all take care.
Let's go. Thanks for the ride.
Nice riding with you.
It's showtime. This is a new one.
I'm right behind you.
Couldn't pay me enough to salvage live munitions.
Sorry, Cal.
Don't worry about it.
I don't think these tools are gonna make it through the shift.
Up here. Will you look at that? A separatist ship. I haven't seen a Luke or Hulk in ages.
Yeah. Ages.
Breaking her will be big money. All right, let's go.
Look out!
Heads up! What the hell?
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Meet you at the clamps.
Depart this barge immediately. You are not approved trash.
I'm trash. Just not approved trash.
Easy there.
Just passing through.
Hurry up. We're close
to finishing ahead of schedule. I can just about taste the credits. Gonna be a wild night tonight. Let's get this job done.
Reckless, Cal.
Good to see you.
You too. Don't get yourself killed.
That's the idea. Sounds like scrap rats. Creepy. Just passing through, guys. No need to come out and say hi this time.
Hey, Cal, I'll meet you at the clamps.
Sounds good. Be there soon.